In our Southern New England spotlight this Friday night, a local man just got back from a 6-month motorcycle adventure of sorts. Neil Malik traveled from Providence to Brazil, and he joins us now live in our newsroom to talk about it. Hi there.
Hi, Allison. How are you?
Good. What inspired you to do this?
I got the idea about 10 years ago. A guy told me he rode a motorcycle down to Mexico, and like most of the ideas, it kind of festered, and I said, I've got to do something like that. I had sailed my sailboat there in 2006 and wound up sailing to Europe and then to Brazil, and I thought this would be cool to be able to ride my motorcycle from the U.S. to Brazil. I didn't even know if that was possible.
But you did it.
I did it. At 10 years, it bugged me. Things start to bug me, and then I said, I've got to do that.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
That's super cool.
I did the same thing. So you get on your bike. What kind of bike were you on? What did you decide?
I had what's known as an Enduro bike, which is basically a souped-up dirt bike. It was a Kawasaki KLR 650, which the Enduro, there's only a few Enduro bikes, but it's made to travel with bags and gear. So it was a great bike. I mean, the whole trip, I drove through Mexico, Honduras, Belize, Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, Colombia, Venezuela. No problems, not even a flat tire.
Until you reached Panama, right?
Oh, in Panama,
a little bit of a bump.
What I discovered in Panama, Allison, was that Panama and Colombia are not connected by road.
No, not at all.
Right.
So what did you do?
I had to arrange a boat to put my motorcycle on, which would bring us over to Colombia. That took me about almost 2 months to figure that out, and that was a little strange. But
how much planning goes into something like this? Are you sort of winging it as you go, or did you plan the whole thing from start to finish, and then you just sort of navigated around some issues that popped up?
You know, I meditate for about 10 years on things like this, and then when it happened, I literally bought the bike. I made a rack system in one afternoon. I put the bags on. I loaded it up with fuel, and I took off. I didn't even have much motorcycle experience. I had rented a dirt bike a couple times in Brazil when I had flown down. And
you've survived to tell your story
I survived.
All this time later. Now, you speak 6 languages.
That's true.
So you sound like an overachiever to me, a type A personality. So what comes after this? I mean, how do you top this? You did the sailboat, you did the motorcycle journey, now what?
You know, I have a buddy that's a pilot, and he said, why don't you fly to Brazil? And I thought to myself, why don't I buy or rent one of those Cessnas and try to fly to Brazil on my next trip? Now, I'm going to need about 5 years to sort of get my license and get it together. And I need a little money, too. But then I think I'm going to try to fly to Brazil.
Wow. And hopefully you'll track it for us, right, so we can keep track of it.
You'll see me again.
I understand you have a website, and you're probably going to learn how to blog about this stuff, too. But your message tonight, you wanted to thank a couple of people, and you had a specific message for other folks tonight.
Definitely. I definitely wanted to thank my parents, my mother, and father, my biggest fans. My mother's like my greatest inspiration. I want to thank my younger brother Michael and his family, my older brother Vino and his family for making this possible.
And you want folks to be inspired by this, right? To go out and try something new.
For me, if I can drive my motorbike to Brazil or can sail my sailboat to Brazil, you can do anything you want. Just go out and do it.
All right. Some inspiring words. I've got a whole list of things now. Okay. Thanks, Neil. We appreciate your time.
Okay.
Beautiful day.
Yeah.
Beautiful night.